Hello everybody. I am doing a video for you guys on Facebook posting. I know we have done a few live videos in our groups and some other videos, but I thought I would record this for you all. I just had a few ideas and a few tips and I just wanted to share them and have them recorded. So Facebook posting. I don't want any of you guys to be intimidated by Facebook posting. When I started posting, it's different than how I'm posting now, but I thought I would share my tips of what I've learned and some of the do's and don'ts and just ideas. And just remember, when I'm sharing my ideas, you don't mimic me. Don't do exactly what I do. Be you, be who you are, be authentic. That is really the main point here, is that your Facebook friends want to see you. And so when you become a Plexus ambassador, obviously part of your life now is Plexus, and you want to share that with others because you want to help others with their finances and with their health. And so these are just tips to help you to be more authentic in being a sharer instead of a seller. So I'll start off with being personal. In your personal posts are going to matter just as much as your Plexus posts are, and you don't want your Plexus posts to take over your Facebook page. If you're a new ambassador and you have not been posting on Facebook and talking to your audience, I recommend that you just start with that you just start posting personal things and get your Facebook inviting and engaging. If you were not a poster. If you were already a poster, incorporating Plexus right into that, it would just be natural and a natural part of what you've already been doing. So keeping it raw and authentic and just you pictures. I like to do a variety. I'm not always perfect at it. Well, I'm never perfect at it, but I'm not always right on with it. But I like to post about my children. I like to post about food. I like to share things with people. I like to share Plexus and my journey with Plexus and how it's helping me. I like to share other great things that I find along the way, whether it be, some kind of really awesome food product on sale somewhere, what we're doing. I like to put inspirational posts, and I also like to do some information posts to help people just with health in general, eating better, that kind of stuff. So let's see, what was the other thing? Color personalities. I don't know how much each of you know about color personalities, but there are in general 4 different types of color personalities. So you don't have to even get the book to learn about color personalities, but there's a general tendency for us to post what we are. So if you tend to be a yellow personality and you care about people and you want to help people, that's going to be what you tend to go towards and how you post and talk most of the time. So I have liked and enjoyed learning how to be myself, but bring out those other parts of me. So maybe I don't have a tendency to post fun things or, as many informational articles because I'm not real blue and I'm not real green. But I do have those parts to my personality. So just being varied in my posts. So if you don't know a lot about them, look those up. There's even graphics to understand a little more. And there is Big Owl makes the MLM, the color personality to the MLM. I can't remember the name, but it's a really small book and it's only costs a couple of bucks. And you kind of learn, it really helps you to talk to different people. Laura was going over this in our other video, but how better to talk to people in the way that they hear things better. If somebody would have spoken to me, not in my color personality, it would have been really hard for me to hear what was being said to me. It can make me kind of feel a little standoffish. So I do try to do that in my Facebook posting. I like to have a variety in what I'm posting about, and then also how I'm presenting Plexus. So I'm not just going to sit there over and over and over and talk about how I'm helping people over and over and over and over, because that's just going to reach yellows. I'm also going to talk about the fun, the friendships. I'm also going to talk about the business and how I make money, that it's helping my finances. I'm going to also post some great scientific articles just on health because, that's another part of things. So being varied in your personal posts, being varied in your all kinds of things. You don't want to just have pictures of your kids all day long. I was recently thinking of an example, and I was thinking about, I think it was Eva Smith was talking about how our Facebook page is like our TV channel, and would you go watch it? And I was thinking, oh yeah, I would totally go watch it, but that's me. So what I try to do is look at my Facebook and go, would anyone else want to watch it? Or is it just me? Am I posting what I like? So it is about me, and it's the things that I like, but it's also presented in different ways, because think about a TV channel. When there are some stations you go to and it's all cartoons or it's all news. CNN is all news. And so when people want to hear the news, they go to CNN. And when they want to watch cartoons, they go to Cartoon Network. But what about the TV channels that are for the mainstream America? You have a variety of things going on that channel. In the morning, you have, Good Morning, Good Day America, or whatever in the beginning of the day. Then it turns into cartoons for the kids in the morning before school. And then it goes into, what are those, like cooking things mid-morning. And then you've got soap operas for, I guess the stay-at-home moms, which I never did that. But I did when I was younger with my mom, soap operas. And then you go into, the after-school shows. And then you go into the evening news. And then you have your dramas on in the evening. And after your dramas, you maybe have late night TV, which some of, them are comedy and late night news and all that. And the TV evangelists come on in the middle of the night or late night. So it's a variety of things, so that those main channels are just varied like that. And so I kind of was thinking about that word picture when I was thinking about Facebook. Like, we are who we are, and we want to be authentic, and we want to be personal, we want to be us, but we want to be varied. At least I want to be varied. I want to be varied because there's people, for me on my Facebook, I don't have one type of person. I don't have just stay-at-home homeschool mommies. That is not what I have. I have a variety of people. I have working moms, I have stay-at-home moms, some homeschool, some private school, some public school. I have friends that don't have kids. I have mama friends that have tons of kids. I have some that have 1, 2. I do not have one type of person. And I love all my friends. And I have a variety of things that I like, and it doesn't always tend to be what I post about. So I'm just trying to work on that area. So anyway, another thing I like to be aware of is keeping it kind of growing in some areas of doing live videos and videos and some pictures and some not with pictures, and just being kind of varied there. One thing I do want to talk about too is how you are on Facebook. I had to learn that I could not be negative. I didn't want to be a Debbie Downer anymore. Nobody wants to order products from a Debbie Downer. No one wants to do that. I'm sorry. So how you're talking, even in your comments, how you're presenting things. I used to present things that I cared about before Plexus in kind of a, just kind of a, if you do this, then you shouldn't kind of way. So we went over this in the other video, but even if you're posting about something to do with, pharmaceuticals or soda or anything, you want to come across in a kind way, not an attacking way. Like, if you do this, you're bad. But if you do this, I understand this is hard. These products can help you, that kind of way. I even think it comes, down, in my opinion, and I am not the be-all, end-all, but in my opinion, even when you're addressing things about money with the products or what have you, you want to come across as caring, not somebody who's trying to shame someone into starting the products that they don't, not putting their priorities in the right spot. I don't think that attracts people. Maybe it does, but I've gotten a little bit of feedback from other people who are watching some of that kind of stuff, and it's just not enjoyable. We were just on a Zoom meeting with Krista Deary, and she was talking about how people get on Facebook to check out. They don't want a bunch of negativity. Some people maybe get on and they kind of want to troll around and do that, but for the most part, most people want to feel good. So help them to feel good. Be that one that they want to look at your page. They want to see what you're doing. They want to see what you're saying, and you make them feel better about themselves. You make them feel better about life, even hard things that are going on in the world. If you're posting about something tough, it's how you're posting it. So it's not that you can't ever post anything that maybe people disagree on. It's just how you're doing it. So I just want to encourage you guys in that. Also compliance. So we have these new compliance rules, and we're all trying to get better at this, and don't be scared of it. Just remember to tell a story. It's for our protection, and we just have to kind of keep from disease names and naming them off and saying that Plexus healed this. That we can't do that. We need to talk about how the products helped us, and we need to tell a story with our ailments. So just keep it to not capitalize words, and you'll do really well. And just kind of talk about things in that format, and you'll do better. Another thing that you guys is a new thing is we're not supposed to put our website on the post. So when you're writing a post, don't put your website at the bottom of the post. That's not allowed anymore. I think you can put it in your comments, but I never have. That's something that I give to people after we've been talking and they're ready to order, or they want to look over the products. Another thing that I wanted to talk about too was when you are writing on a post, you don't need to write on people's posts, can I share this? Or how much did he take? What did he start at? What products is he on? Because when we're writing posts that are stories and we're sharing, number one, it kind of makes us sound like doctors. And number two, when we sound like that, it sounds very scientific and factual, and it kind of takes away from the emotions of the post. So if somebody does that on my post, I remove that and I message them privately. But just a good thing to remember for other people's posts and for your own. If you want them to have more of an impact, don't do that. Don't do that on the comment. So that will be really helpful. I think that was all I had. So just go out there and remember to, with all these tips, I learned from making mistakes, and so mistakes will be made. We're never going to be perfect. We're never going to have this down. Work on it, but just do it. You know, here we go again with action cures everything. And I'm so thrilled that you guys are posting and you guys are doing amazing. So just take the tips. If you totally disagree with anything I'm saying, throw it out the door. Throw it out the door. But take what you like. Okay.